Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
The following production is part of the We Be Geeks podcast collective.
Another world, another time, in the age of wonder.
There was once a dream. You could only whisper it. Anything more than a whisper, and it would vanish.
A battle between good and evil.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Where shall I find a new adversary so close to my own level?
Try the local sewer.
You know of the rebellion against the Empire?
The Avengers, Earth's mightiest heroes.
Peace means having a bigger stick than the other guy.
One of these days, I'm gonna have a stick of my own.
I'm Groot.
Welcome to the Neverland podcast. The podcast for lovers of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.
Please welcome your host, Jeremy.
I thought he'd be taller.
Yeah, I can fly.
All it takes is faith and trust.
Well, if it isn't the Star-Spangled Man with a plan, what is your plan today?
Up to Neverland!
Take your pixie out of your pockets, Neverlanders. Sprinkle some of that pixie dust around. Think up your happiest thought, and let's fly away to Neverland again. I am Jeremy, your Spider-Pan, head lost boy around here. Yes, I have a nickname, and you can have one too. Just visit our website, neverlandpodcast.com, and you can choose to be a lost boy or a pixie. We don't have lost girls because girls are too clever. They don't get lost. Well, I've got a fun show for you this week. I know it's a little late getting out there. Things didn't quite go as planned, and that's actually been the theme of the week. Things not going as planned. Had I known I was going to run this late, there's at least 2 more trailers that I would have probably thrown into the trailer park. But the trailer park, I'll be joined by Lost Boy Philip, who went with me to go see the Disney Pixar film Onward, and we have a review of that for you. I tried to be able to have Lost Boy Eric on with me to tell us a little bit about his experience on Rise of the Resistance. I'm sure he'll get a chance to talk to us about that. I just don't really have time to set that up right now because I should probably go out and vote because I'm recording on Tuesday and I'm supposed to be out voting, and I got a brand new voting place to go to because of the new house. But I do want to take a quick moment to tell you a little bit about what's been going on around here. I was working on, building, we're rebranding a little bit here on the show. I played for you some audio of one of the intros that I'm working on. I didn't get a chance to work on any of it because this last week we had a clog in our sewer drain, or one of the main pipes coming from the house to attach to the main sewer, the city sewer line. It ended up being a long, complicated thing. I don't know if I want to get into the full story. We had one plumbing company that had come by. I thought I would take advantage perhaps of a warranty because this seemed to have happened right about the time that we got a new furnace installed in the home. And the company that installed the furnace set up a new line to go down our drain in the basement in the laundry room. And that's only when the clog had seemed to happen. So I thought, well, maybe something went wrong with the furnace and caused the clog. So I was hoping maybe my warranty would take care of it. Was not the case. They gave me one story, and they sent plumbers. The next day, my wife had to stay home. They told her that the line was only 7 foot down. They gave her an expensive price to come and dig it up and get the pipe out to go and replace it. Then I started shopping around trying to find somebody giving us a lower price. I found somebody that gave us a better price. He was a lot more honest. They should have probably ran a camera down the pipe like the first company did, because then we would have learned that the pipe dips and doesn't stay at 7 foot down. It drops down to 14 feet because it's going down a hill. And but not having run a camera, they started digging the hole. Thankfully, we got approved for a loan from our credit union to be able to pay for all of this. But they started digging. They went down 9 feet, and they weren't finding the pipe. Ignore the noise. I just knocked a portable hard drive down. But they didn't find it, so they ran their own camera, and then they realized that they could just knock the clog out with some tools that they could bring, and so they did that, and it looked like it was going to be a much less expensive fix. And they did manage to clear the pipes, but after they ran the camera, they found out past that clog that my pipe actually is broken. And how this is played out is, oh, look, that looks like it's attached to the city line through like the valve to the city line. So that would be something the city would take care of. Well, the city of Gladstone, where I'm at, it's the town of Gladstone. It's a suburb of Kansas City. I just found out today that they quit like a year ago or so fixing that type of thing. And they leave the responsibility of the homeowner, even though it's not on my property anymore. It is on their property. It is city property. This sewer line of where there's a breakage, so they should go and repair the line and not me, but it could be super, super expensive for me to try to take care of this. So I've got a lot of things I'm dealing with right now. Also, you know, our basement was supposed to have been repaired before we moved in, and water has been leaking through a window that was, like I said, was supposed to be repaired. And my wife's car is not passing inspection, and it needs repaired. And it seems like instead of just getting one little bit of drama, I'm getting all the drama. So that's why this show's kind of been delayed. I've had a lot of chaos around here, but I wanted to get something out. I'm just sorry to bring you all down with all this, but I was just trying to let you know what's going on. I'm staying positive. Somehow or another, I'm going to get this figured out, and we're going to keep moving forward, and hopefully even refinance one of the cars and get a lower interest rate, and then repair my wife's car, and hopefully find a way to. I think we could probably live with, because this pipe, who knows how long it's been broken, so we could probably live with it for a while, and maybe we could save up some money to pay for it later. I don't know. I had a lot of other things I was going to get into. I think I might just move forward, although I do want to mention, if you haven't checked it out, go online on YouTube and find somebody's video of the new Mickey and Minnie Mouse Runaway Railway line ride, which opened last week, and I watched some video of it, and that is really cool. It's what Roger Rabbit should be updated to, perhaps. You are literally going inside a cartoon. It is so neat, and you're going through. I don't know that there's so much a narrative other than you get separated from a train that Goofy is driving, and you get separated on a car, and then you go on these adventures through all these different little scenes, and it's not so much a narrative as it is just one room to the next, and it's just fun. And you have a neat animatronic Mickey and Minnie that have the nice fully animated faces like you would see on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, where it's kind of an animated and not so much the animatronic moving. Although there are some really neat animatronics in there as well. The one thing that I would say, though, is there's little bits of animation to kind of introduce the story, and it is that modern style, and I find the modern style of the animation to be very jerky, which I hadn't really thought about how jerky it looks until you start watching the old cartoons again, and then you come back to watch these new ones, and the animation style, it's just that those quick, jerky movements instead of the nice, smooth, fluid animation that we're used to from previous times. And I would like to have seen the nice, smooth, classic style animation. But, it's still really, really cool. And I am looking forward to one of these days getting a chance to ride it myself. Although I do miss the Great Movie Ride. I only got to ride it once, but I did really enjoy it. And I would like to have ridden it some more. But this is a very cool ride. And like I said, go look on YouTube and go check it out. Unless you don't want it spoiled for you because you're maybe coming up on a trip. But just wanted to bring that up. But now I'm going to pass it over to me and Lost Boy Philip as we review Onward, and then we'll spend a little time in the trailer park.
There'll be spectacle, there'll be fantasy, there'll be daring do and stuff like you would never see.
Maybe a movie. Yeah, we're gonna be a movie.
Starring everybody and me. Boy, I wish I were you people seeing this for the first time.
Kermit, I got a great picture of the chicken.
Oh, good.
All right, so Lost Boy Phil and I went yesterday to go and see Disney Pixar's newest film, Onward. And
yes.
And you're up to something. I don't know what you're doing over there.
I had a song going through my head.
Onward, Christian soldier.
Well, that had nothing to do with this movie.
No, not at all. But I like the movie.
Yeah, it was really, it was fun. I meant to pull up
while.
on my phone because I forgot, was the older brother's name Balter or Balter?
To be truthful, I don't remember their names
I'm
right now.
going to look it up. I'm Ian, but he kept, the older brother kept calling him Enador or something.
Enador or something to that.
Which I don't know if Ian was supposed to be short for anything. But we did stick around and kind of look at some of the cast. We didn't realize Julia Louis-Dreyfus was the mother. I also recognized the how was it? Was it Viola? What was the Manticore?
Yeah, I definitely recognize that voice. Yeah,
and I can't think what all we know her.
She's done a lot of things.
It's like I know her name and I can picture her, but I can't think of what all I've seen her. But I know I've seen her. So, but let me pull this up. I should have done this before I hit the record button. But we're going to explain this in a way to where we don't spoil anything for Lost Girl Heather here. The Wendy nerd is just sitting here on her phone, not paying any attention to us.
She's used to it.
Yeah, she never pays attention to me anyway.
Very well.
Bartley, that's what it was. Bartley.
Yeah.
And Ian Lightfoot and Bartley Lightfoot, and then Laurel is their mother. I will say that this movie took a surprising turn towards the end, which we won't say.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I didn't see that coming, but I was like, oh, this totally makes sense. I mean, you kind of expect when you go into the movie, this is going to be almost a buddy's trip, a brother bonding sort of trip, adventure quest. And I like the premise of this is like you have this world of like magic and everybody walking around as a cyclops or centaur or satyr. There were mermaids. We even got to see some pixies. And there was magic, and magic was wonderful. And then somebody invented a light bulb and figured out electricity, and everything turned to modern convenience, and nobody needed magic.
Kind of ruined it. Not really ruined it, but really what happened is people got lazy.
Yeah, but it did remind me, like in I don't think it ever come across in the Harry Potter films, but in the book, and it's really neat that I love that Mr. Weasley is very fascinated with Muggles and their technology. But they have to have classes teaching Muggle studies where you learn how they do things with technology. But it's funny, all these wizards who go around, I don't understand how Muggles get along without magic. But then with this movie, it almost does the opposite. It's like magic is hard. Look, we can just flip a switch and do that now. Yeah, what do we do this for?
Yeah, why waste your time, basically?
Why are we doing all this? But then the film clearly demonstrates how magic has all these things that you can't do with technology.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It was fun.
It turned things around. So I thought it was a really fun way to explain how they kind of got away from magic, but yet some people keeping it alive. And it's funny that it's like the D&D nerd is the way it's like, this isn't just some game, this is history.
Yeah,
I loved that.
Mostly for the D&D nerds, I'm sure they're out there, and I know a couple, but I'm sure that for them it was like, hey, we actually have a purpose type of thing. That was fun.
And I even
like
noticed,
history lessons.
Right, I even noticed in the credits that there was a credit towards Wizards of the Coast, the current owners of Dungeons & Dragons, for the use of the Beholder, which I didn't catch a Beholder, but it's science, because the signs were kind of funny. It's not in the story plot. It's actually something from one of the Dungeons & Dragons. Some
of the writings and stuff that's in the movie.
Yes, and the street signs.
Some of the street signs, some of the fonts, you could call it, I guess. Mm-hmm. It looks so much like stuff that I've seen in comic book stores.
Yes.
Dungeons & Dragons. I mean, whatever. It's not all just that, but it definitely has that look.
Yeah. And it has a nice subtle humor to a lot of things. Yes. Like the troll that's working the bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
They look bored,
The troll?
Yes, the troll is working the toll on the bridge.
Yeah.
So, there is one thing that was a joke in one of the trailers I wish they'd have kept, where they go outside and the unicorns are getting into the trash and they hiss at them, before they fly away. But it wasn't necessary because they were able to use that gag later.
Yeah, but I love that the unicorns are basically just like
dirty hobos or
yeah, they're almost. I thought about them like possum type
raccoons,
raccoons mostly.
Yeah.
But I thought they used to be these real magical animals, and now they're like a pain in the neck animals.
Yeah, they're pests.
Yeah,
because even at the beginning, when everything's magical, you see the unicorn. Oh, we're flying. We're unicorns. We have wings. We're Pegasuses or whatever. No, I guess they weren't really unicorns. They were Pegasuses.
Yeah.
That's not too many S's.
Yeah, probably. That's okay.
Us.
That's okay. Well,
that was just funny.
And there's still paintings of unicorns and things.
Right.
And,
even on the side of the van.
Vans
the
and
majestic
things like
van.
that.
It was from Pegasus, though, again, flying one, and I love that had a moment.
Yeah, it has a moment.
It has a moment.
Yeah.
That was hilarious, and it was pretty awesome.
But there's one thing that Pixar is so good at, besides the animation. The animation got so good at times that there are times that I couldn't tell if it was computerized or real. I'm not talking about...
They do a good job with backgrounds.
I'm not obviously talking about the characters, but some of the stuff they had, some of the vehicles or things they were carrying, I was like, man, that looks so real.
Yeah.
But I honestly couldn't tell. but they're so good with the tear-jerking moments.
Tear-joking is actually, we're going to adopt that. That is actually a good way to describe Pixar films.
Yes.
Tear-joking.
There you go, tear-joking.
That's what they do. Cut it, print it, put it on a t-shirt, man.
Tear-joking.
Credit to you. Tear-joking.
I actually was, no joke, I was actually bawling at the end of this film. And I couldn't help but think, if Heather was with me right now, me and Jeremy, she'd be bawling with me. But I was bawling.
I don't know if she could have related as well.
Yeah, maybe
I think how a lot of you, I could see you relating because I was thinking of your dad too.
Yeah,
a lot of that movie.
I was bawling at the end of this film. And it's no secret. We already know this film.
Yeah, we know at least of the film that's the whole quest to bring their father back.
So I had that whole, and in truth, I related a lot with it, with wanting. I would do almost anything to be able to. I won't, but I would do nearly anything to want to talk with my dad. I've had dreams of it and other things to talk with my father. Yeah, I think anyone who's lost a loved one can relate with that.
Yeah, or even lost a parent, mainly, because I mean,
a loved one of any sort.
I still have dreams occasionally of being with my mother in a Disney park.
Probably your grandmother, your grandfather.
Yes,
we've all wanted to have that moment. It doesn't even have to be a family member, just a loved one of any sort that you've been close to. They're a part of you. This is how it is. So
you understand the mission, but yet there's so much more going on than just the quest like that.
So the children watching this movie,
good.
The children watch this movie. I couldn't help but think some of them right now don't get it, but they will.
Yeah.
It's going to connect with them, and then maybe their grandparent, their aunt, their uncle, their cousin.
They've probably lost somebody.
Some have, some haven't, some will. I mean, they all will at some point. But
and even some kids probably can imagine what it'd be like to not have their father or their mother or something.
Oh yeah, but it was very, very deep, and I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I was crying. At some points of it, I was just like really started getting me. I was like, "Oh, dadgummit, they got me. They got me good."
Well, that's what they do. They get you good, and
that's why they're so deep. Maybe that's why people love their movies so much, because they can connect it to their lives.
They know how to get that tear-joking.
Yeah, tear-joking.
They'll make you laugh. They'll make you cry. They know to go with the right heartstrings, what everybody can relate to.
That's it.
The family thing, and even like people who didn't like The Good Dinosaur, I'm like, but there was so much good stuff in that movie, and I still like it. It's very dramatic and serious compared to the other stuff, but I still really like that movie. But that's what they're really good at, being family bonds, like the heart even of Brave, which is another one of those lesser ones. It was that the relationship with mother and daughter you learn in there, and I better watch how far I say things because I don't want to give away anything more on some of the major points
that I gotta say about this film. They don't have a whole lot of father-son movies, and not a whole lot of this kind of father relating with son thing, and I was really glad they had that, because nowadays it's, and I don't mean this in any way that there's anything wrong with it, but there's so many daughter, girl, princess-y stuff, and it's just so much of it that it seems like
he's good at that.
And I understand that it's the popular thing to do, but at the same time, and let's be honest, a lot of it that's what you expect almost. So that's the picture that they paint. I get it.
It's not often we get something that's that respectful and that acknowledging how important it is to our fathers.
Yeah,
I mean, because we all love our mothers, but fathers are important too.
You should love them all.
Sitcoms for years have made the idiot father part of the joke.
Yeah,
and this wasn't an idiot father.
No,
this was
This
was a father that he let's just say that he carried a legacy that was passed on.
That's right, and that basically not because he was a jerk who left, one who couldn't be there.
Yeah, because he got sick when Ian was very small. They don't even have to get into details, but he was sick and he passed away.
Yeah,
and I like that level of we get that bit with the cassette tape.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to spoil too much. I don't think this ruins anything, really, but very early on in the movie, Ian has this one cassette tape where it's his father trying to learn how to use the recorder, apparently, from you hear the audio. And you just hear him, and you hear his mother faintly in the background of the tape. You're not going to get that thing? Oh, yeah, it's working, but But the lines that the father has on the tape, Ian has learned to converse with just these few things. It was probably about 30 seconds of cassette tape. And he talks to the tape. Because he never got a chance to ever talk to his father.
Had me in tears.
That whole scene there, I was like, oh my goodness.
Just a couple weeks ago was the 10th anniversary of my father passing away.
Goodness.
And I'm so glad, ask you shall receive, which is a biblical thing, but I'm so glad that I went and bought a bunch of tapes, 2-hour tapes, and I had my father record on them, and I asked him to tell me life stories. I knew them all by heart, mostly.
Have we gotten those digitally transferred over?
Yeah, they're on. I've had them on. I have them. Yes.
Okay. I'd actually kind of like to hear those.
Yeah, I'll let you.
I miss your dad
copies,
too.
Yeah, it's good to have him.
Yeah.
We have a few hours of him talking. The thing is,
do you have some of your grandpa?
I have one somewhere. I'm trying to find it.
I miss your grandpa too. I wish that I had the thought and the means back at the time. If I'd have thought of it to record like grandma and grandpa.
This is the importance, and I say this to anyone listening. You never know how long we're going to be together. Just not to be all depressing sounding, but you never know. So record your stories to somebody. Make sure that if you have a child, to do that for their sake. Yeah. Also, get your folks, because you don't know how long. Yeah. So get them to record it, because once they're gone, they're gone. But at least you can have their voice to hear them, what they have to say.
And now a lot of more modern people growing up, our life is entirely documented on social media anymore. Yeah. But your grandparents, your parents have stories that have not been recorded because social media wasn't there when we were little.
But once you're gone, how are those kids going to know your grandparents' history?
The history, yes. Because dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind, dude. Dust, wind, dude. We've actually got that sound clip now at the radio station.
There you go. Wonderful.
So anytime I play Dust in the Wind, that's when we kick it up. There we go.
That's wonderful.
But yeah, because we don't know which way the wind blows, so how can you plan tomorrow?
That's right.
Another one.
But I thought Pixar did a great job with this movie.
It really was. It's a lot, and it's the quest is even fun, and it's almost got a WALL-E quality.
Yeah.
Where WALL-E, just everybody he interacts with, he changes them, and everybody they come across, they alter, because I don't want to say what all, but there's people they come across that are very stuck in the non-magical way that they bring their magic back in their own way, and it's really kind of funny. I don't want to say
kind
which characters
in that sense,
Yeah, they just have an impact on everybody they come across just by accident.
Yeah, and
I do like that they seem to have rules to the magic where only certain people seem to have, or certain elves or whatever, because we have they're elves, but not everybody has magic. Just because you know how to do it doesn't mean you can do it. But it was also very well done that the older brother knew how to do the magic, but he couldn't do the magic. So he was, teaching.
So that's what I was thinking when I'm watching this.
So great.
I loved how the little brother had the ability, but he couldn't have done it.
So great.
He didn't really have the ability because though he was the magic one, the older brother had the ability because he knew how to. So therefore, they were both equally important on the quest for their father.
They couldn't do it without each other.
In a way, is important because a lot of times, at least when I was growing up, a lot of times kids thought. Mom loves you best, Dad loves you best, but in reality, a parent, a truly good parent, and because a parent's not supposed to show favoritism, but they don't really love you best. They love you all different. It doesn't mean they love you best. They all see your qualities, and I love how they had that in this because he liked them both. He could see them all differently. That's all he knew.
And I like that the letter they find that when they get because after 16 they were supposed to get the present of the wand or the staff.
Yeah.
So, but the letter in there says, "I wanted you guys to do it because I wanted to see how you two grow up."
Yeah.
I loved the letter that they got with it. I was like, oh man! So it's just a great movie.
It is
tear-joking.
Yeah, tear-joking.
I love that, man. We're putting it on a t-shirt. I got to do something to this. Tear-joking. That's our definition of Pixar.
Yeah.
So definitely it's worth watching more than once, and I will be seeing it again because Heather hasn't gotten a chance to see it, and she's going to love this. And make sure you show up early enough to see the Simpsons short at the beginning.
Yeah, I was shocked by that.
Maggie's,
that was really
what
good.
was it? Maggie's Day of Destiny or something. Date of Destiny. I don't remember.
And Maggie, I will say...
it was adorable, and it was hilarious. I was laughing out loud.
Always
literally.
been one of my favorites, if not my favorite, next to Homer, my favorite Simpsons character, because she was always just so sweet, and because you can't get mad at Maggie, really.
She's a baby.
She's a baby, and she's so cute, and yet Probably the smartest of the bunch. She's smarter than Lisa in a lot of ways because she's a baby and yet she can outdo everybody and she's adorable.
Yeah. I don't want to give away the plot to this Maggie short, but it is adorable. And what had me laughing the most is when she starts doing very grown-up things where you're going and trying to be impressive, where you have the perfume cloud and you step into it.
Yeah.
But she doesn't use perfume. It's like baby powder. She flings in the air and steps in. It's baby versions of all this stuff. Oh, it was adorable and cute, and I really think I've seen Disney's influence now on Fox Animation. I felt the Disney quality stepping in there and say like, hey, you know what? You got great characters, but maybe you're not using them to their full potential.
I never would have thought that you see Mickey Mouse stuff because at the end of it, you can see, anyone who's ever watched Simpsons.
Yeah.
You always see
I'm the king of wishful thinking.
You can actually see.
I always hear that song.
You can always see. You can actually see Mickey Mouse sitting in the crowd of that little thing, watching the screen.
And even at the beginning, you see the Mickey Mouse head for a Mickey Mouse short, and as the light comes up, it's Homer with donuts.
Yeah. Well, that was a fun.
So make sure you get there early enough. There was even some, hopefully at some point during the show we've had a trailer park because there was a couple new Disney movies that looked really good and we need to discuss those trailers, so I'll make sure we do that, but I gotta remember all the trailers that were in front of it. Because there was a new Disney, oh yes, Artemis Fowl. So we'll discuss these. Well, let's just go to the trailer park.
All right, y'all. One more time. It don't matter what you look like. It don't nobody gonna sing with me. Okay.
The Neverland trailer park.
So Artemis Fowl. This has been a long time coming. Disney has gotten the rights a long time ago to make, because these are very popular books apparently, and they got the film rights, saying there's some potential. Now, there was a teaser a while back, or something, I don't know, where some information came out on how they were making it, and a lot of the fans were kind of upset because some changes were being made. But Disney kind of does that. They kind of make some any film adaptation. Yeah. It's going to make changes from the book.
Usually for the better. Usually,
yeah. But we got to see now the very first trailer for Artemis Fowl. And heck, anything, Colin Farrell anymore, he's just such a great actor. I just like watching him.
Yeah.
So seeing him playing the father character in this, and not really knowing all this, but I love the way this trailer builds to where you're like, you don't really know much on there, but okay, this is that Artemis Fowl thing. I've heard about it. I've never read the books, but I know people really love, kids really love these books. And as it slowly builds, we're like, oh, your dad's a thief. Oh, your dad was part of this, spy-ish kind of thing. And, oh, he was protecting the world because there's all this magical world exists on the other side. What in the world? It's like, it builds up to this, this is interesting. What? Where did we just go with this? It really built up to okay, I got to check this out. This just it looks wild and fun.
It almost looked to me like there was a little bit of James Bond.
Yeah.
Mixed with a little bit of Harry Potter. Mixed with a whole bunch of other fairy tale films combined, and it looked interesting. I didn't know
it was perfect to put in front of Onward.
Oh, that's true. That is true about that.
But that trailer did its job. I am now actually really excited for that movie.
Yeah, I didn't know. I had heard the name before, but I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. I still don't know what it is. But at the same time, I at least have an interest.
Yeah. Well, the books, I'm sure, will be, everywhere for a while. I don't even know how many books there are. I don't know if it's an ongoing series. I have no idea. But I've heard of it. And I think in even some comic books, I've seen ads for the Artemis Fowl series.
Yeah. I've definitely seen that.
Yeah. So, I know it's out there, and it's got a good following. If this film was done right, this could be a big thing. Although, Disney has tripped over sometimes where a big book series they didn't adapt it very well. Like the Narnia films, they should have been better than they should have. And even John Carter, which they should have at least titled John Carter of Mars.
Yeah.
But, Heather read the books and just, couldn't put them down apparently. But they changed so much. Although, if you've never watched that John Carter movie, it's actually really good.
I like the book.
It's
fun. The movie.
Yeah,
that's why I should read the books. This is why I said usually the changes are for the better, because there have been some where, for instance, Narnia. Now this is just me. Now keep in mind, folks, I am a minister, but there are certain things about the Chronicles of Narnia which, in reality, those are stories about Christianity.
Yeah, there's some definite messages in there.
Because I'm a minister.
It's the heart of the stories too, and if you try to remove the heart of it, you lose the stories.
Now, I liked the movies. I really did. Yeah. At least the first one. The other ones are just okay.
Dawn Treader I thought was fine though.
Yeah, they were okay. Yeah. But in truth, I personally liked that movie, and especially that first one.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good.
I can still see the message. It wasn't right out in the open.
Yeah.
But it was there, just very quietly. Now, to me personally, if you had given it to a company, I don't know which. I can't think of a company right now that a Christian company that has a Disney.
Was it Fox Searchlight? They started doing more faith type movies. Of course, now that's owned. I think that's also owned by Disney with the whole movie.
Probably, but if you had done something like that, it might have been more out in the open. But then again, it also may not have also had the coverage that Disney got, which is to say that it may not have been out there for everybody to see in the theater like it did.
Spread it out there.
But I do wish, just for me personally, I do wish that the other films had been like the first one. Because it seemed like once they did the second one where they changed it so much from that
movie. They lost the heart of the film.
And instead of going back, they're like, well, we messed up on the second one, let's now do a third one. It's a little bit different. Then they went to different
the third one even
That's
Disney anymore.
Yeah, they went to different
media. I think they might have went to Fox Searchlight with that one. But it was Walden Media, I believe. Is that the name of the company that was actually making the movies and using Disney as a, distributor?
Yeah, and they just started going off more and more
But they didn't have the guts to really give the heart of the stories.
To be bold like it should have been.
Because the books are subtle, but yet the message is clearly there.
Yeah,
because C.S. Lewis was a great apologist. I don't have time to explain apologist, but you'll look up apologetics and you'll find out. But C.S. Lewis was great at being able to communicate also deep Christian style principles in a way that everybody understood and story form. Even J.R.R. Tolkien was, if you go into the Lord of the Rings, mainly into the books, the movies kind of have some of the themes, but the books are really, especially getting into the Silmarillion, there's some definite parallels. But, he was a very devout Catholic, and he's actually the one that brought C.S. Lewis to Christianity. Right. So
there's a lot of books like that where there's...
We're way chasing a rabbit here.
Well, the whole point, though, is that there's a lot of different stories that they're painting pictures, illustrating, and you can do that. You can illustrate.
This sounds familiar.
No, they're illustrating, though, with their story.
But so it's... the overall point being, though, Disney doesn't always adapt things as well as they could.
Yeah.
So this could fall, but this could also be brilliant and could launch to be the next big thing. But I thought the trailer looked like a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed Colin Farrell. He's done some really great characters, and I think he's a better actor than he gets credit for.
I hope he's a good penguin. That's what I'm looking forward to. I hope
he might be. Well, side note, he might be the best part of that movie so far. Other than, did you see what that Batmobile looks like?
I have not seen that yet.
They released pictures of the new Batmobile. It's somewhere across between Dukes of Hazzard's old Charger and something out of Mad Max Fury Road.
Really?
It's like weird futuristic, kind of gruff looking, but it has that shape of like a Dodge Charger. Looks so good.
What I've been the most excited about, honestly, was when they said Matt McConaughey as Two-Face. That had me the most excited.
That would be good.
Because I love Matt McConaughey.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? All right. I couldn't help but notice how a Two-Face is.
And then, of course, his creepy lines. You know what I like about high girls? I get older, they stay the same age.
You're like, yikes.
Yeah. He's got to play some weird characters.
Oh, he has.
All right, but yeah, so definitely. We also saw, and I'm surprised I hadn't talked to this before because I've been seeing this trailer forever. But My Spy with Dave Bautista. Also, I think I may have brought this up on the show, but every time I see that trailer, it just looks adorable and fun, and I'm pretty darn excited to see that one as well.
Yeah. I love Bautista.
Yeah, so him being this, like, that, if it wasn't him playing that character, The Rock would have been really good to play that type of character. But I think this gives Bautista a chance to try to do something like that. Because I can see The Rock totally playing that.
I can see The Rock. I can see them trying to make John Cena, but he's not to that.
Yeah, he doesn't have the right sort of charisma, really, at all.
No, he's not. He's right now not to there. He's
not there at all.
Yeah, he's too young.
I don't know that he's that great of an actor so much.
In all reality,
not all wrestlers can cross over that well. Batista, I think he's done pretty well for himself with being,
to be truthful,
more comfortable in
The Rock isn't a great. Boy, people are gonna hate me for this. I don't think The Rock's a great actor. I think
he's learned though.
I think The Rock plays The Rock. I think Batista plays Batista, and I think John Cena plays John Cena. But Luis Batista is an actor in the sense that he did great in his role on Galaxy.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
But I've seen some range out of Batista. And, even though he has a very small part in Blade Runner 2049, was it?
Yeah.
He was a very different sort of character.
He did. He wasn't the same.
But he's shown he can do some really good stuff with comedy.
He can at least change, at least.
I forgot the character's name. In Guardians. He's shown that he can do some really good comedy.
I will say his range is That's just my opinion. His range is bigger than The Rock's.
Yeah. Well, The Rock, when you see how far he's come, if you go watch that old Mummy 2, or at the beginning, he's so bad. Yeah. He's terrible. Yeah. And that Scorpion, we suffered that Scorpion movie just once.
No, I can't handle it. I can't do it.
Compare that to how he's progressed. He's gotten a lot better.
Oh, yeah. The delivery.
But he is still he's still
the same guy. But that's okay because... Yeah. We love him.
But he's charming in his way.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the same way. I don't mean he is, but I mean it's like with Arnold. Arnold is Arnold, but we love Arnold.
Arnold can't even pull off being a Texas Ranger.
Hey, John Wayne is John Wayne. We love John Wayne.
But we love, and Clint Eastwood is always Clint Eastwood.
Well, he can be different. Clint Eastwood, though. We love who they are.
Jack Nicholson, stereotype that they're always going to be that.
He's usually Jack Nicholson, but he can actually act. But he's usually
some of them are good at it, and then some like Will Smith. It's a little too much that he's being Will Smith.
Yes.
And he's not able to get enough of the actual character in there, which has happened, and I don't need to go into live-action Aladdin right now and why that didn't work. But all right, so that's, we need to move on, and I've got some great audio from Lost Boy Eric of Rise of the Resistance, and I haven't actually sat and listened to this yet, so let's do that.
Let's take a ride at a Disney park. Let's take a ride right now. Oh, oh.
Oh my goodness. BB-8. Maybe your excitement. Oh my goodness.
BB-8. Prep the ready room for recruits. Commander 9 now, please report back to ITS cockpit.
Incoming transmission from Ray. So cool.
Is everyone assembled?
That's cool.
Good. Shouldn't you be in flight prep?
That's so cool.
Crews, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batu is no longer safe. We have transports waiting to take you to General Organa's secret base on Pucara. I'll regroup with you there. The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pucara base secret. Lieutenant Beck, one of our top commanders, will lead you.
Affirmative. Transport is ready. Nine and I shall personally see them delivered.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
Commander Poltang and a squadron of X-Wings shall escort us to the rendezvous point on Pucara.
Roger, this is Black Leader. I hear you're a fine-looking group of recruits.
Yeah.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get you on your way to the General.
Stand clear. Death doors opening now.
How's X-Wing? That's so cool! So cool!
He's already loaded in it.
Initiate pre-flight sequence on Deck 3 for Picard.
Alright, recruits. You have been briefed. You know what your mission is. Is everybody ready to head on to your mission?
Yes!
Let's do it. Head on to the ship. Let's go.
Alright.
This is your final call on board.
Alright, let's grab
I'm getting a high reading on the fuel pressure line. That's better. Check the binary motivator. Yes, I just want to be sure. All recruits must be on board now. Transport is away in 30 seconds. Good. Yes, check the hyperdrive also.
Transport takeoff in 20 seconds.
Hyperdrive needs Good. Airspeed sensor? Thank you, Nine. Black Leader, are you and your team ready?
Affirmative. Engines are hot.
Red 2, lift Blue 5, report. Red 2, check.
Blue 5 standing by.
We're fine. That's what's
Red awake system scan reengage.
Affirmative.
Red okay.
Engage repulsors and hold on, recruits. All ships, launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Vakara.
Red 2, Blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark. About to get anything, huh?
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual signal. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
We got company. First order TIE fighters. Reroute. Red 2, Blue 5, we got a clear path for transport to make the jump. They're all over us. I'm here.
Red 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake him, Blue.
I'm trying.
We lost Blue 5. I'm going to try to draw them away.
Copy that. Get us clear so we can make the jump.
Be ready. You won't have much time.
Where are all those TIE fighters coming from?
One ended.
Star Destroyers.
Get out of there.
We can't. We're caught in a tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
I'll get some friends and make us a fair fight. Don't worry. I'll come back for you. Stay strong.
Is there anything we can do, Nina? No, the tractor beam will be too strong. Cargo vessel TR-141, identify yourselves and prepare to be boarded. This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order, Resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
They're on to location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the Resistance is at stake. I have a bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
What? This vessel is now under the command of the First Order. You will disembark at once and follow out to your right-hand side for processing. Now move along.
It's the same door we came in. They're looking at us.
Weapon scanning detail needed in Bay 3R.
It feels like the ship is actually moving.
We're on a ship.
No.
We're on a First Order ship.
I don't think it's the Earth system. Actually.
I thought Violet's out.
did they install these handrails?
Keep us in line.
What's the detention level, bro?
As long as they don't send us into any garbage smashers.
Garbage rejection pack here?
I'm leaving it the same way.
Just waiting in this hallway.
Are you worried now?
Sophie, over here. She's behind me. There's a phone right there.
Oh, Sophie, ask first.
Sleeping? Is it awake the other way? Oh, yeah.
Sophie.
Hey, stay close to us. We don't know what these First Order people are going to do to us.
3R tie traffic, now diverting to bays 3Q and S. Local deck support will augment adjacent teams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't have any idea what's happening. We didn't have any clue what was going to happen. I was very surprised when that door opened and all these people were standing there. There, that was just the end to get out. Yeah.
Is there a unit of 2 anywhere? And how many in this unit? 5. And behind the 5. Why so many 5s? Why? That's what I asked. Yes. The rest of you this way. Second unit, the last line, single file, that's 1 behind the other.
Is there something funny about this?
Single file
Where are they sending us?
These 2 lines move down with me.
Why would you not press these buttons?
Don't press them or else we'll get in great danger. You might be in great danger.
Don't press the buttons, buddy.
Those are all lights, so they literally do nothing. Congratulations.
We're scared of the shiver part.
Where's R2D2?
This is it.
Well, mouse droids can't work on those. They don't have the connector.
BB can do this too, right?
I know. But we need an S-comp in order to get into the computer system.
Very curious. very shimmery. Beacon attracts me to you. Not a very good disguise for a spy, don't you think? No.
All flags, follow me. And 3 on red and 2 on blue.
Yeah.
3 red and 2 blue. How many? We'll be on blue. I need 3 orange, 2 silver. 3 on orange, 2 on silver.
You're like weird at.
Very, very good place. 3 orange, 2 silver. I need 2 on silver and 1 on orange. 2 on silver and 1 on orange. They just got me some colors.
Okay, now take a look at your feet. Memorize whichever color you're standing upon because you need to know and I'm not repeating it to you. You have one job, it's to memorize the color. It's not that hard.
Now sympathize.
Well, you're supposed to know the rest of your unit tells you what color you're standing on.
Remember the colors you were standing on.
What color you're standing on?
Or silver.
Apparently it's very difficult even if you're not colorblind. I'm not standing up. I don't think it actually matters. You have to look down.
I'm still thinking.
I have 4 eyes. 4 eyes. Blue and red is the cell. I said blue and red. Silver and orange follow behind them.
Wasting our energy on the air, I see.
It's actually your
Leave us. Yes, General.
Oh my goodness.
Enemies of the First Order. We will soon snap out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay. The Resistance prisoners.
You have what I want. You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We are needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Orange?
Blue and red to your left. Silver and orange to your right.
Ben, we have the recruit. Wait, you're still here?
Got out of the holding cell.
Get to the escape pods now. Lieutenant Beck, we need to find him a way.
Decotos, para su seguridad, permanezcan sentados con su cinturón de seguridad bien ajustado. Mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del transporte y supervisen a sus niños.
It's like dancing a little bit.
Can you illustrate for me, please? Thank you. Watch your hands, feet, and legs.
Alright. Hopefully we can do something with these transports.
Alright, concerned with droid R5. Was working for the First Order until about 5 minutes ago. But I reprogrammed myself, so it should be out of here fine, but it was my first time reprogramming a droid, so if anything goes wrong.
Okay, take this corridor to the triple list, then head down to the escape pod base. Those droids are programmed to return you to Batu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you.
Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on.
There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right.
Ooh! Probe droid!
A probe droid? You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble. Hey, you're not on the right.
Whoa!
Wait, you're going to the
Go backwards!
blown. Find an alternate.
AT-ATs!
Pick these two droids anyway. Detention bridge.
Oh no!
Fire!
Stuck in there with the AT-ATs! Help! Drop it!
The escape pod's just below us. Take the lift down. Cover you. Hurry!
Oh, there's Ben!
Sit down!
Look, tower! It's tower! There's a different tower! Tower just
Whoa!
This does not look good. Try to find another way down to the escape pods.
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields!
Shields?
Oh, no, we're on the bridge.
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations!
Resistance!
Stop! The prisoners have escaped.
Oh!
But ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
Kylo Ren sauce. Oh, no, what? Oh!
Oh, that feels weird.
Oh! Ah! Ion cannons!
Attention, all resistance personnel. Abandon ship. I repeat, abandon ship. This destroyer's about to...
There's no escape.
Oh no, he's got us!
You will tell me the location of the secret base. And then I will destroy you and the Resistance.
Oh! Oh! Hole rupture! Oh! This is a pod. Oh boy. Whoa!
You guys really like cutting it close, don't you?
Oh!
Your escape pods came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck.
Holy cow!
All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, you're resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. Line up. Zachary Pod beacon.
More escape pods down in Sector 4. Verification pending from key command personnel.
Lieutenant Beck here. Beck! You're alive! I should hope so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the Resistance base is secure. Bravo! Yes, R5, you too.
Thank you for listening to the Neverland Podcast.
We invite you back next week for more fun and adventure.
Until then, remember to keep a pixie in your pocket.
It's that young at heart, positive attitude that you can share with others.
And remember to visit our website at neverlandpodcast.com.
There you can find links to our news page, our shop,
our contact page, where you can easily send an email to podcast@neverlandpodcast.com.
You can also find our Neverlanders page, where you can find out how to become an official Lost Boy or Pixie, because girls are too clever to get lost.
Become a real Neverlander.
Please feel free to leave us a voicemail at 816-226-6492.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter at NeverlandPcast.
And like our Neverland Podcast fan page on Facebook.
We also have a group on Facebook for you to join.
We also appreciate your support to keep the Neverland Podcast up and running.
Visit patreon.com/NeverlandPodcast to donate to keeping the pixie dust alive.
Copyright content featured on the Neverland Podcast is copyright of their respective creators and used under fair use license.
All original content is copyright of Blue Band Productions, and a very special thanks to Yeehaw Bob Jackson at yeehawbob.com for our new ending music. God bless!
Hello, everybody. This is Yeehaw Bob Jackson. Neverland Podcast, we love you. Neverland Podcast, we love you. Neverland Podcast, it's true. Neverland Podcast, we love you. Yeah!
Gear Patrol calls their new dive watch the best sub-$500 dive watch. Full stop. Men's Health rated them as the most stylish solar watch in the game. Who are we talking about? It's Movement. They're leveling up your gift giving with the sleekest watches you can buy and the biggest deals of the season. From their innovative ceramic materials to sexy automatic divers, from ultra-thin dress watches to solar-powered statement pieces, and everything in between, Movement is making sure you're the good gifter this year for your family, your friends, or for yourself. And now you can take advantage of 30 to 50% off Movement's California clean watches, jewelry, and accessories to get them a gift they'll never forget. With fast, free shipping and returns and amazing bang for your buck, Movement makes for a relaxed shopping experience. And with one-size-fits-all watches, it's an easy, elegant gifting experience too. Shop 30 to 50% off now at mvmt.com. That's mvmt.com.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.